From private jets to billion-dollar brands and red carpet royalty, these women don't just live large, they redefine luxury. From Forbes lists to family empires, they're the wives and partners who turned power couple into a whole lifestyle. And by the time we hit number 1, your vision board's going to need an upgrade. At number 15 is Marjorie Harvey. If elegance had a face, it would probably be wearing oversized sunglasses, holding a Hermes Birkin, and answering to the name Marjorie Harvey. As the stylish wife of comedian and TV titan Steve Harvey, Marjorie lives the kind of life most people screenshot for inspiration, then cry about at the checkout page. She married Steve in 2007, but her journey into luxury started long before that. Known for her impeccable style and jet-set lifestyle, Marjorie quickly became a fashion icon in her own right. And she's not just spending money, she's building a brand. Her lifestyle platform, The Lady Loves Couture, is part blog, part fashion diary, and part masterclass in living fabulously. With over 3 million Instagram followers, Marjorie turned posting into profit. She collaborates with luxury brands, attends Paris Fashion Week like it's brunch, and takes private jets the way most of us take Ubers. Marjorie and Steve's combined net worth reportedly exceeds $200 million, with Marjorie's share estimated at $50 million. Between joint real estate ventures, high-end fashion deals, and international appearances, her name carries weight far beyond Steve's wife. Marjorie's life is proof that if you do luxury right, it pays you back, in style, in influence, and in serious coin. But while Marjorie lives in couture, the next woman built her fortune in runway shows, TV ratings, and boardroom deals, all while strutting in 6-inch heels. Up next is Nicole Murphy. If there's one thing Nicole Murphy knows how to do, it's stay fine and stay paid. The former model and ex-wife of legendary comedian Eddie Murphy has built a glamorous life that goes far beyond the red carpet. Nicole kicked off her career as a successful international model, working with fashion houses across Europe and racking up high-end campaigns before most people even knew what a supermodel was. But it was her 12-year marriage to Eddie Murphy that made her a household name. When the two split in 2006, Nicole reportedly walked away with a cool $15 million settlement, and she didn't waste a second of it. Instead of retreating from the spotlight, she flipped the script. She launched her own jewelry line, FLP, Friendship, Love, Peace, and made a name for herself in the lifestyle and wellness space. With a massive online following, brand deals, and media appearances, Nicole turned her beauty into business and made aging look like an optional activity. She's also made smart real estate moves, investing in and flipping high-end homes across California. Today, her estimated net worth is around $10 million, and her lifestyle is the perfect blend of elegance, fitness, and financial finesse. While some just marry money, Nicole made hers stretch like Pilates. Coming in at number 13 is a real-life queen, Layla Lopes. Miss Universe 2011? Yes. Billionaire's wife? Also yes. Layla Lopes may have started in pageants, but she quickly leveled up from crowns to castles, and her lifestyle today is nothing short of regal. Born in Angola, Layla became an international sensation when she won the Miss Universe title, instantly securing a spot in global fashion, diplomacy, and high society. But the biggest win came off the stage when she married Nigerian businessman and oil heir Osi Umenyiora, a former NFL star with deep roots in West Africa's ultra-wealthy elite. Together, they're the definition of a transatlantic power couple. Nigerian oil wealth meets Angolan royalty, wrapped in couture. Layla, for her part, has parlayed her fame into ambassador roles, brand deals, and humanitarian work focused on HIV/AIDS awareness and women's empowerment. The couple splits time between London, Lagos, and wherever first class takes them. And yes, she still serves red carpet looks like she's about to win another crown. With business investments, endorsements, and family wealth combined, Layla's personal net worth is estimated at $1 million and counting. Her Instagram is a gallery of global glam, But behind the filters is a woman who knows how to turn beauty into big business and elegance into equity. Now, if you thought tiaras were impressive, wait till you meet the woman who married basketball royalty and built a kingdom of her own. Meet Savannah James. She may have met LeBron James in high school, but Savannah didn't just marry a king. She became a queen in her own right. Elegant, strategic, and wildly successful behind the scenes, Savannah is the woman quietly turning legacy into lifestyle, and her estimated net worth sits at a commanding $100 million. While LeBron built his name on the court, Savannah built hers in business. She launched The Juice Spot, a wellness cafe in Miami, followed by Home Court, a home decor and design line inspired by her family's lifestyle. Most recently, she made waves with the launch of Reframe, her inclusive skincare brand powered by real dermatological research and glowing reviews. But entrepreneurship is just one part of her empire. Savannah is also a philanthropist, co-founding mentorship programs like Women of Our Future, and organizing annual I Promise events that sponsor prom makeovers for underprivileged girls. Through the LeBron James Family Foundation, she's deeply involved in educational reform and community development. As for her lifestyle, think couture looks at the Met Gala, front row seats at every major sports event, a portfolio of luxury real estate, and a wardrobe that rotates like a curated fashion archive. Savannah doesn't chase the spotlight. She lets it follow her. And in doing so, she's become a symbol of grace, power, and generational wealth. At number 11 is the quiet force behind an empire, Cookie Johnson. Some women marry legends. Cookie Johnson married Magic and then helped build a dynasty. For over 3 decades, she's been the partner in power to one of the greatest athletes turned business moguls in history, and together, their life is a masterclass in legacy wealth. But Cookie isn't just sitting courtside. She carved her own lane in fashion with CJ by Cookie Johnson, a premium denim line that sold in high-end retailers from Neiman Marcus to Bloomingdale's. Her designs became a go-to for women who wanted style without sacrificing comfort, and the brand pulled in millions in revenue before she pivoted into philanthropy full-time. Through the Magic Johnson Foundation, Cookie has been instrumental in raising awareness and support for HIV/AIDS research, education initiatives, and community development. Her advocacy and business savvy have kept her in the spotlight as more than the wife. She's a partner, a strategist, and a powerhouse in her own right. With an estimated personal net worth hovering around $100 million and joint holdings with Magic that top $700 million, Cookie's life is stitched with success. From couture denim to corporate boardrooms, Cookie proves that real wealth isn't just measured in dollars, but in the legacy you build, and hers is stitched into both fashion history and philanthropic impact. Let's now talk about the multi-million-dollar life of Tamron Hall. She's got the voice, the views, and the velvet suits to match. Tamron Hall is more than a journalist. She's a media mogul in heels, commanding daytime television with the same precision she once brought to NBC News. And yes, the money is just as powerful as the storytelling. After spending over a decade reporting for MSNBC and co-hosting The Today Show, Tamron left the network in 2017. But did she fade quietly into the background? Not even close. She returned with a vengeance and her own syndicated daytime talk show, The Tamron Hall Show, which has since won an Emmy and scored multi-season renewals. Translation? That paycheck has commas. Tamron is married to Steve Greener, a music executive and film producer with ties to artists like CeeLo Green and Brandy. Together, they've built a private, low-key empire that includes real estate, investments, and a calm flex of generational wealth. Tamron also secured an exclusive development deal with Disney, expanding her influence behind the scenes. She's not just the talent, she's also the production company. Estimated net worth? Around $7 million and climbing. With homes in Manhattan and the Hamptons, designer fits that scream, newsroom chic, and a face card that's never declined. Tamron is the blueprint for brains, beauty, and business. At number 9 is the Cameroonian beauty who married into hip-hop royalty, Eudoxie Mbugyenge. Born in Gabon and raised in Cameroon, Eudoxie Mbugyenge's life didn't start in luxury. But somewhere between medical school dreams and humanitarian work, she found herself on a path that led straight to red carpets, private jets, and a life dripping in hip-hop glam. She's the wife of rapper and actor Ludacris, and together they've built a quiet empire that blends entertainment money with serious business acumen. They married in 2014 in a private ceremony that took place just hours after Ludacris popped the question. And while the headlines called it a whirlwind romance, Eudoxie was never just the rapper's wife. She had her own story to write, and it came with purpose. She's the founder of Unspoken Angels, a non-profit supporting women who are survivors of sexual and emotional abuse. Drawing from her own childhood trauma and immigrant journey, Eudoxie's voice has resonated far beyond social media. Her memoir, Unspoken, became a tool for healing and empowerment and landed her speaking gigs across the country. In terms of wealth, her estimated net worth sits around $5 million, derived from shared real estate holdings, brand collaborations, charitable partnerships, and joint investments with Ludacris, whose empire includes music, tech, and film. Whether she's in couture or a lab coat, Eudoxie represents grace, resilience, and power. A woman who turned her past into purpose and her platform into gold. Sitting at number 8 is British Hollywood royalty, Thandiwe Newton. She's the actress whose performances steal scenes, win awards, and age like fine Bordeaux. But Thandiwe Newton isn't just admired for her talent. She's also one of the wealthiest black actresses in the world, with a portfolio that moves like a chess master. Born in London to a Zimbabwean mother and British father, Thandiwe, formerly credited as Thandi, rose to prominence with roles in beloved Mission: Impossible 2 and Crash, the latter earning her a BAFTA. But it was HBO's Westworld that catapulted her into major money territory, where she reportedly earned up to $250,000 per episode in later seasons. Married for over 2 decades to British screenwriter and director Ol Parker, the couple built a discreet yet powerful life behind the scenes. While the pair divorced in 2022, their shared assets, properties, and production interests still echo through Thandiwe's empire. She's also a mother of 3, balancing motherhood with international stardom and red carpet domination. Her current net worth is estimated at $14 million, including real estate in London and Los Angeles, long-term investments, and continued revenue from syndication, producing, and high-end endorsement deals with brands like Louis Vuitton and Oxfam. A fierce advocate for diversity in film and an outspoken voice in the Me Too movement, Thandiwe combines her wealth with integrity, always showing up with purpose, power, and perfect tailoring. And just like that, we go from British grace to Hollywood edge. Enter the woman who turned faith, film, and fire into a multi-million-dollar legacy. If you think you've heard it all, the next wife will shock you. At number 7 is the Hollywood star who made good on her name, Meagan Good. She's been on our screens since childhood, but Meagan Good is no former child star clinging to old credits. She evolved from teen icon to Hollywood mainstay, and quietly built a fortune that most never saw coming. Meagan's acting career spans over 3 decades, with standout roles in cult classics like Eve's Bayou, Deliver Us from Eva, Think Like a Man, and Harlem. Whether it's faith-based films, thrillers, or romantic comedies, she has a rare versatility that keeps her booked and well paid. She's also stepped behind the camera as a director and producer, controlling more of the pie than most actresses in her lane. For almost a decade, she was married to film exec and pastor Devon Franklin, forming a faith-centered Hollywood power couple. Though the two divorced in 2022, their time together created shared wealth, real estate investments, and joint ventures that Meagan wisely leveraged. Post-divorce, she's remained focused, and focused means profitable. Today, her estimated net worth is $5 million, thanks to a steady stream of film and TV income, production credits, brand endorsements, and multiple business deals in fashion and beauty. She's also a published author and motivational speaker, turning her spiritual journey into yet another income stream. In an industry that recycles women before 40, Meagan Good hit her stride in her 40s and cashed in while looking like she just walked out of a time capsule. Now, fade the lights, cue the grand piano. The next woman's wealth has melody, purpose, and a platinum soundtrack. Now let's introduce Alicia Keys. Imagine building a multi-million-dollar empire using nothing but your voice, your mind, and a piano. No gimmicks, no glitter, just raw, grounded power wrapped in silk. Alicia Keys didn't just enter the industry. She redesigned what success looks like when it's paired with soul. She's sold more than 90 million records worldwide, won 15 Grammy Awards, and held full control over the majority of her music catalogue, which means, while others split checks, Alicia cashes hers solo. But even with decades of musical dominance, her empire isn't just built on songs. In 2020, she launched Keys Soul Care, a luxury skincare and wellness brand rooted in ritual and self-worth. It wasn't just a celebrity line, it became a global brand. With exclusive deals in Sephora and expansion into Europe and Asia, the brand alone has added millions to its name. She also co-founded AK Worldwide, her lifestyle and production company, and has produced documentaries, written bestsellers, and scored high-level partnerships with Apple, Dove, and Reebok. Her personal net worth, around $150 million, not counting her shared art collection and real estate portfolio with husband Swizz Beatz. Together, they've curated one of the most valuable private art collections in the world, with Basquiat's, Warhol's, and a custom car garage that doubles as an art installation. Alicia proves that stillness can be powerful, quiet can be lucrative, and authenticity might just be the most luxurious brand of all. You might need to brace up, because the next 5 women will leave you rethinking your life decisions. At number 5 is Simone Biles Owens. Most people win gold medals. Simone Biles won a place in history, in Forbes, and, not incidentally, in a marriage that turned 2 athletic dynasties into one financial force. At just 28, she's not only the most decorated gymnast ever, she's one of the wealthiest sportswomen in the world. Simone is married to Jonathan Owens, an NFL safety who's played for the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. But make no mistake, Simone's fortune was already well in motion before wedding bells. With over 30 Olympic and World Championship medals, she's transcended gymnastics to become a brand all her own. Her endorsement deals include Athleta, Visa, Uber Eats, SK2, and GK Elite, just to name a few. Unlike most athletes, she pivoted away from Nike to launch her own line of performance wear, a deal that gave her more ownership and creative control. She's also launched partnerships in publishing, NFTs, and mental health tech. Her estimated net worth as of 2025 is $40 million and growing. That includes real estate, equity in multiple startup ventures, and ongoing licensing deals from her personal brand, not to mention the upcoming Netflix docu-series executive produced by Simone herself. While others flip for money, Simone flips the industry, and now she's cashing in while still flying higher than anyone else. Up next is Serena Williams. There's rich, and then there's I made more money off the court than I did winning 23 Grand Slams, rich. That's the Serena Williams category, and she stands in it alone. Long hailed as the greatest tennis player of all time, Serena has earned over $94 million in prize money, more than any other female athlete in history. But that's just a fraction of the empire she's quietly built behind the scenes. While others were signing sneaker deals, Serena was signing equity agreements. She partnered with Nike, Gucci, Beats by Dre, and Gatorade. But more importantly, she founded Serena Ventures, a venture capital firm with investments in over 60 companies, including Coinbase, Masterclass, and Impossible Foods. Her portfolio is stacked with women and minority-owned startups, generating serious returns. She also owns a stake in Angel City FC, launched her own fashion label, S by Serena, and recently announced a wellness company designed for recovery-focused athletes and mothers. Married to Alexis Ohanian, Reddit co-founder and fellow investor, The two share a portfolio of tech, real estate, luxury art, and philanthropy. Together, they are Silicon Valley meets Center Court, and Serena is the CEO of both. As of 2025, her personal net worth is estimated at $310 million, not counting her latest post-retirement brand deals. Serena may have retired from tennis, but her business game is still a grand slam. Next, we have the music star, Beyoncé Knowles Carter. Queen Bee doesn't just break the internet, she reprograms it. Beyoncé Knowles Carter is no stranger to top 10 lists, but when it comes to wealth, she's comfortably in the top 3, with a fortune stacked in artistry, assets, and absolute control. Beyoncé began as 1/3 of Destiny's Child, but her solo career catapulted her into a different tax bracket altogether. She sold over 200 million records worldwide, collected 32 Grammys, and completed multiple billion-dollar tours, including her record-breaking Renaissance World Tour, which reportedly grossed more than $579 million alone. But the real financial magic? Ownership. She owns her masters, her visuals, her tours, and through Parkwood Entertainment, she controls the machine behind her entire brand. Her Ivy Park fashion line, streaming stakes in Tidal, and recent investments in green energy startups have positioned her portfolio to grow far beyond music. She and husband Jay-Z share real estate worth over $150 million, including a $200 million Malibu mansion, the most expensive home ever sold in California. Art, cars, stocks, they've diversified like a Fortune 500 company. As of 2025, Beyoncé's net worth sits at an estimated $800 million. That number may be just shy of billionaire status, but let's be real, no one's richer in cultural capital. She's not a pop star, she's an institution. At number 2 is the Caribbean queen who turned beauty into a billion, Rihanna. Once upon a time, Rihanna made music. These days, she makes money. The Barbadian superstar has officially crossed into mogul territory and stayed there long enough to decorate it. While fans wait for an album that may or may not exist, Rihanna's been busy building an empire. Her cosmetics brand, Fenty Beauty, launched in 2017 and flipped the entire beauty industry on its head. With over 50 foundation shades, it wasn't just inclusive, it was impossible to ignore. Within a year, it had generated $550 million in revenue. Today, it's valued in the billions. Add in her wildly successful lingerie line, Savage x Fenty, a stake in Tidal, a luxury fashion house under LVMH, and a growing real estate portfolio. That's not a brand, that's an economy. She's also in a long-term relationship with rapper A$AP Rocky, and together they've embraced quiet luxury like it's a second skin. Private islands, penthouses in New York and Barbados, vintage couture, and 2 beautiful children who'll likely inherit $1 billion before kindergarten. As of 2025, Rihanna's net worth is estimated at $1 billion, making her not only the richest female musician alive, but also one of the most powerful women in fashion and beauty, period. Rihanna didn't just secure the bag, she built the vault. And sitting unbothered at number 1 is the woman who doesn't just make money. She manifests entire empires. Oprah Winfrey. Before mogul was a buzzword, Oprah Winfrey was the model. She didn't marry into billions. She didn't inherit it. She built it with a microphone, a camera crew, and a vision no one else could see. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, Oprah became the first black woman billionaire in US history, and she hasn't stopped growing since. Her syndicated daytime show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, ran for 25 years and was watched by over 40 million people a week. But Oprah didn't just star in the show, she owned it, along with the ads, the distribution, and everything in between. Through Harpo Productions, she launched networks, produced films, brokered 9-figure book deals, and partnered with tech giants like Apple. Then came OWN, her cable network. Then came Weight Watchers, in which she holds a major stake. Every move is equity, every word is capital. Her longtime partner, Stedman Graham, keeps a low profile, but together they represent old money grace and self-made dominance. As of 2025, Oprah's personal net worth is estimated at $3 billion. And that's just the financial side. Her influence, immeasurable. She didn't marry into the list. She became the list. And it's a wrap. If this list had you hooked, go ahead and like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're first in line for the next Power Packed Countdown.